What is happening, people? United Central are back again with another video. I'm with my two guys. You know what? It's good to see Aaron back on the podcast, man.
Yes, I'm back.
Blacklist Awards, but how was it, man?
The Blacklist Awards was good, man. It was really good. For those who don't know, it's an awards. Well, let's not say an award show, but more like a ceremony where black people, journalists, ex-footballers, current footballers, whoever they are, influencers, are rewarded for the influence and the impact that they have in the football world. So it's not just black people, but just like black ethnic minorities who are rewarded for their work. And it was really nice, man, to see some of the people do the work that they're doing, just helping kids. And right now, the person I can think of in my head right now is I don't know if you guys know Bobby Kasanga. From Hackney Wick FC. He got rewarded.
Shout out to him, man.
Bro, he's doing an amazing job, you know, keeping kids off the streets, making sure that they have football, that, you know, they can focus on football and other projects rather than being in the streets and, you know, this road life. And he got a recognition for that, and various other people, man. So it was really, really interesting to see how many people from black and ethnic minorities have an impact on the football world, and how, you know, they're often very overlooked. You know, they're not getting the reward they're supposed to get from major, like, mainstream organizations, like you know, like I don't know, I'm not going to say the Premier League because they sponsored the event, but you know, like Sky Sports and BT, and do you know what I mean? Like, it's really nice to see some of those people get their reward. So it's really, really nice, man. Really good.
What have you been up to, mate? Everything been alright?
Everything's been
looking a bit crazy, moving houses and all that.
I must stay away from Old Trafford. Boys turning out, eh? When I'm not there, there's turning the show.
You know what I mean?
That's must be saying something, yeah.
It's been alright?
It's been alright, it's been hectic, mate. Moving houses, moving places is hectic, mate.
Yep.
Ain't easy.
I tell you that, and United in a minute is looking easy, you know what I mean? 2-1 yesterday. I'll start with Aaron first because I know you're going to come with that fire and that straight jacket talking about. Aaron, you happy with yesterday? And yes, it's one game and you shouldn't get too excited. I thought there was a lot of fans last night and they were coming at me saying, you're all in now, you're all in. Listen, it's one game, guys, calm down.
And a lot of people, when the game was done, a lot of people in the tunnels and everything were just chanting Ollie's, not Ollie's at the wheel, but singing Ollie.
Oh, the wheel thing's gone. Nobody chanted it. The wheel song. The wheel
song. You know what, I made a suggestion on the United stand. I made a suggestion on the United player ratings. If Man United win against Man City, I will sing Always at the Wheel. I will sing it and I'll bring it back. I'm not confident it won't happen, that, you know, there's a slim hope, you know what I mean? But it will only be Ollie's kind of, you know, recognition that he will get a result there. But for you, not get too excited, but, you know, you're happy with the result.
I'm happy with the result, man. And the funny thing is, I tweeted yesterday, I was happy with the win, I was happy with the performance.
And then one of your fans came running at you.
Straight at me, and was like, you're lying, you're a hypocrite. I can see the anger in your tweet. I just said we played well.
This flip-flop thing, you know what's the most used, you know, word in Twitter right now?
Flip-flop. We invented that, mate.
Hey,
they came straight at me,
you know.
They came straight at me, they were like, you're lying, I can see the saltiness in your tweet. And then I said Rashford had an amazing game. You're lying as well, I can see the saltiness in your tweet. I'm just like, listen, I'm happy. Like, I literally
we don't hate Rashford, do we?
We don't.
That's the problem with
we
people.
We don't hate him personally, we only talk about the performances on the pitch. Look at this guy. No, but in all fairness,
Washed up, I said.
It was... They came at you as well. That Twitter account, boy.
No.
Came at
you know what I hate about these Twitter accounts? You know what they tried to do to me? They tried to. You know what? It's pissing me off. They. You know what? Respect to the kid, because he said a big message to everyone,
of course,
and I respect him wholeheartedly. I put my hands off to him for a kid to say that at his age, very, very well. You know what I mean? The way he was articulate. But my opinion and his opinion was totally poles apart. But you should respect everyone's opinion. That's what football's about. We had an argument with a couple of guys outside Old Trafford. Oh, you guys are, you know.
You know that guy that always walks past and he goes, flex is on flex.
Yeah.
That guy came over after the game
and these guys here went mad at us, bro.
There was me, Said, Sander, and Rance. Proper discussion.
But you know what it is? They came over, every time but then they came over with a kind of, like, you know, in our faces. I said to them, listen, what is your opinion on United? No, man, you guys are making money, you guys are, you're making money on the United stand, you hate it. I said to him, what is your view? If you've got a view, yeah, say it on the United stand. It's all about opinion. I don't guess what he says at the end. I said to him, you put it on social media and all that fucking no. I said, listen, mate, what is so? You know what I said to him? I said, what is social media? And he goes, to fucking put the Glazers and all that on there. And I said, listen, mate, forget your gibberish talk, yeah? Talk United. I know, bless him, you get me, but the fact of the matter is, there's people that are ignorant on this social media thing. Fan cams and United, what's it called? And all these channels here are here to express opinion. It's not to gain money, it's not to, use it for the clout, it's to honestly give our opinion on what's up. You can say it in a pub, you can say it in your backyard, you can say it anywhere, right? It's all about opinion. You should never discredit anyone, and you should never say to someone, you know what? You shouldn't have your opinion, you know what I mean? It's all about opinion, guys. But yeah, man. That was a little thing I had to get out there, man, because it pissed me off yesterday, man. But yo, Nuruddin, telling me, what are you telling me?
I didn't watch the game. I can't really comment too much on it. I was working, and before that, moving, shifting stuff. And today I didn't have time. So I've seen the goals. Obviously, I've seen your reactions. I think I watched your book. You do the reactions, well, yeah. Your reactions, and then that's it really. And then bits on the radio today. Just I was shifting stuff.
Stay away from the radio, man. That Mourinho, that fan was calling out Mourinho to me get sacked. Yeah, crazy, man. You know what? That again pisses me off. TalkSport talk about fan channels having a bad influence on football clubs, but yet again they're trying to entertain this Mourinho fan and saying it's got to go him on. It's crazy, man. Football, it's crazy. But go on.
They're just let's get on the TalkSport. What that Simon Jordan, whatever he said, he's just a racist prick, mate. I mean, it's code to say they're not articulate or they haven't got IQ. What he basically means
that's discriminating.
What he basically means that these black people, because like people like Troops and the way they talk, man. He's basically saying that you don't have an opinion because you're not coherent. Listen, that's where he's from. That's the accent that's the lingo that people speak in this country. Majority of people are not sent to some flipping grammar school or some boarding school. So the whole thing, the guys who come up to you yesterday as well, the majority of them probably influenced by TalkSport as well. What they're doing is basically, they were the gatekeepers of football fan opinion back in the day. They're no longer that. They're not getting the listenership. They're not getting. Everybody's getting on YouTube listening to the fan cam.
Football's changed now.
But even that, but they can't keep up. So what they're doing is trying to downplay and literally accuse fan channels and people like Robbie, people like him saying that this and that, listen, the days where people have to go to the radio to get on and wait in line. Done, mate. Those people that got instant reactions, fans are emotional, and the idea of lambarding all football fans, or especially fan cam culture, is just totally wrong. And you can tell they're rattled.
Yeah, they are.
They're rattled, and because they used to be the vanguard, and now they've lost control and popularity. So they know that, and of course, obviously, it's given opportunity to a lot of young black and ethnic minority men. They can't have that, mate. Because like you said, why do you think the event that you went to, why is there such an event? It's because people are not getting recognised.
Exactly.
So that is what I have to say. But on the game,
do you think that was a game where you thought players were out to prove a point?
It's
got McTominay, the Rashford.
Listen, it's Mourinho. It's Mourinho. Listen, it's Mourinho who threw the majority of them under the bus. It's Mourinho who did what he did to us, absolutely embarrassingly, just literally talking absolute garbage.
You see what he said after the game as well?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
Because United played that because they were playing in a defensive style of play. The irony in that, the irony.
But then again,
all I can say
he praised McTominay.
Yeah, he praised him.
To try and tell people, look, I discovered.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Stop chatting rubbish. All I can say is the only thing I've got to Joe say is that Joe said Tottenham played like the old Man United used to play. That's all I've got to say. That's it. But you're not putting down to Ole and his tactics. No. I think what I read bits of it on Twitter. It looks like he got the tactics right in terms of the energy. Obviously, the fans were calling for Pereira's head. Pereira didn't start. Obviously, Jesse started. Jesse can play in the hole, and especially when it's a high-octane, energetic game, Jesse can sometimes come into his own in the centre and have a bit of influence. Even though he starts off setting up scoring and setting up goals is not. That's why I said to you last week. He's not your usual number 10. He's a different kind of, almost British culture created football. Created number 10. But yeah, I mean, I was shocked when I seen Ashley Young. I was like, oh my god, I've seen
that. But yeah, again, Nuruddin, man, he puts his solid performances, and you always scrutinise him, man.
Apart from the goal, where
but I thought that was Fred's fault, you know. Because he had his back against the goal, and Fred should have done better to at least block it or put himself in the body.
How can you blame that on Fred when it's Ashley Young's side and it's
the ball lifted over to Fred? Did you see it? Al Ali was in front of Fred, and he lifted it over him, and Fred almost like didn't really react.
It was Ashley Young.
I'm sure it was Fred.
Fred's got his back to him. Fred is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should have at least either shove him up, do something more.
At the end of the day, Fred came to help Ashley Young, but Ashley Young got done, mate.
Yeah, you got done out there.
Yeah, but I feel like
apart from that, he put in a solid performance.
Well, I wasn't there, like I said, I can't comment, but I'm just saying to you, he offers nothing attack, he offers nothing.
But he was solid again. He puts his solid performances though.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he offers nothing in attack. He offers nothing in defence.
He helped out in the first goal, Rashford.
Like for instance, I wouldn't want to see him against City. I don't want to see him.
Well, you are going to see him.
Yeah. What was you for the key part of the game? Like, what would you think? What went right for Oliver? So, is it Lingard doubling up on Ori?
Yeah.
Or do you see it itself as it was a big game?
I think you have to be honest and say that McTominay was the key factor in that game.
People laughed at me, man.
Him being back in that midfield was so important for us, man. Because I could just, when I went back home, I was like, rah. Imagine if Pereira played there. And as soon as he came on, when he came on
mistakes, man.
He got dispossessed again.
Yeah.
I don't know how is it so easy for him to lose the ball. Like I don't know how he does it. And when he came on, and then Dombele came on, Dombele was on his case, bro.
He changed the game for me. It's crazy how was even started.
Yeah, I was surprised as well. I was expecting him to start.
So is it more Mourinho's downfall than all his fingers?
Yeah, definitely. I think Mourinho. Well, I'm not really
underestimating United.
Not really that, but it was just the wrong lineup. I think. If I was Mourinho, I would have gone with my strongest lineup. I would have gone with Dombele instead of Harry Winks, maybe. Yeah. Because he's more robust, more. Do you know what I mean? More technical a bit. But then again, Harry Winks, he was. Because I was sat in the East Stand as well.
Yeah.
And I could see it.
You can see it. Yeah.
Bro, the way Harry Winks came into the pockets. Very similar to Lingard, but just with more tenacity, with more brains as well. But I definitely Harry Winks, you know, the small midfield.
Yeah. Who played midfield for them?
Harry Winks
and
Sissoko's a train, bro. Oh my god! Like sometimes he would just run and just shove people aside, like not even trying. Like he's just a beast, man. It's hard to get the ball off him. But I definitely think Mourinho set the team up more defensively because I think he acknowledges, you know, the firepower that we have up front. Rashford and Daniel James.
Talk about Rashford, you know what I mean? Nuruddin, Rashford, you know what I mean? I gave him stick against Newcastle, and people need to realise it's an emotional game. When I said to him he's washed up and all that, and you know, it was, he shouldn't ever play for United again.
No, that was just straight jacket talk.
That was straight jacket talk. But yesterday he said he tweeted something. That was to the doubters that proved me wrong. Are you looking at it now and you're thinking, still there's large part of the games where you know what I mean, he can still consistent. But right now he's in red hot form, and on the left hand side yesterday he was an absolute threat. He could have had a hat-trick in the first half.
I think he had something to prove against Mourinho, innit? Because you know, we all remember those who were in the stadium where he went through and he missed.
Yeah.
And then Mourinho was turned around to the bench and the crowd in that stand going, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I mean, but to me, he's still inconsistent. Obviously, he's still. A lot of them are bottle jobs. I mean, I was there on Sunday against Villa.
Do you reckon that was harsh after that, when you said that after the game?
No, listen, they're bottle jobs still. For me, Man United, we have to get quality. And what makes you the good players, separates the good players from the top players, is consistency. It's about level of consistency. I would say Rashford turned the corner in terms of a couple of months ago, when you were saying he was washed up and questioning him. Which was rightly so.
Yeah, rightly so, man.
Rightly so in some sense, but it was the team, because sometimes individually we blame a lot of players individually, and I'm guilty of that as anybody else. But it's 11 people on the pitch there.
Yeah.
And it's about the cohesion between the 11 people, really.
True.
Into how the performance works. At the moment, like I said, I'm just disappointed in Villa. That's still, because I wasn't there at the game. I didn't exercise those dark thoughts I had on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? Because that's still plays in my mind, because on Sunday there was times where he was sulking, he didn't want the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The team weren't functioning. He was trying to run at people but forgetting the ball, leaving the ball behind. But last night under the lights, I think United players play a bit better when it comes to under the lights.
Yeah.
And then when we play the top so-called 6, you know, culturally the top 6 or top 5 teams, we give, and this reminds me of the Bengal era actually. A lot of people have said it, but it reminds me of the Bengal. We were horrendous against the smaller teams.
The draws we had, bloody hell.
And then we were drawing a lot of games from the Bengal, and the top teams we performed better. But like I said, I still don't trust this team, and I kept saying it from last season, the season before. I don't trust them because aspects of it, any given time, they're just bottle jobs. They'll just let you know.
You were impressed with Rashford yesterday?
I was very impressed with him, man. I gave him a lot of stick as well. But I've always said Rashford is more effective off the wing. I've said it since the start of the season. I said when we were in Cardiff, I told Flex and I said, if we can manage to get Mason Greenwood ready and just play him down the middle for at least 60 minutes and then take him off, and then another game you give him 30 minutes and another game you give him 20, just, you know, couple of minutes here and there. But don't play Rashford up front, because when he's got his back to the goal, he's not that prolific, he's not that good. When you play him when you play him on the left wing, specifically, not the right wing, but the left wing, when he's got space in front of him, people to run at, he's got the pace, he's got the skill, he knows how to get past people, he knows how to shoot from distance, you know. The finishing maybe, you know, might need a bit of improvement, but he can do all these things I just named. And when he's playing like he played yesterday, he's unstoppable. And this is the Rashford that we need. And now with Martial injured, I just hope that Oli doesn't make that mistake on Saturday to play him up front. I just hope, because I know Oli is going to look at the fact that remember that game when we played against City and Rashford scored? Remember that game when he skinned the McKellers? He was playing as a striker. I just hope Oli doesn't make that mistake, because Rashford needs to play on that wing.
We bullied them that day. Was that Van Gaal? That was Van Gaal. We bullied them.
It was Van Gaal, yeah.
We bullied them. We went there and absolutely battered them.
I really hope Rashford plays on the wing on Saturday and just play Mason Greenwood. And if Martial's ready, have him on the bench. Just play Greenwood.
Does that result by the time then, Oli? Because
like I said, listen, like I put the tweets out. Like I said, I'm doubting that, because the way the club's come out, putting all the eggs behind, because obviously they know they didn't back him, and they know that if they sacked Oli, then that will expose Woodward. He's basically
will it though?
He would, of course. He would. Are you kidding me?
But did you not hear the other guy?
It would expose his incompetence.
But did you not hear the other guy? There was a guy I was with the podcast on one day, Samir. Shout out to Samir. He said that Glazer's right hand man is Woodward.
No, of course.
He would never leave because of the things he gives to them and the way he, you know, structurally in terms of financially. Yes. It's all lies, all of the money he makes for them, but still he's their right hand man. He's the go-to guy. He's the one that knows about football. The Americans don't know about football, but he's the go-to guy. So will they sack him?
To the Glazers, they probably think Woodward is an expert.
That's what I'm saying.
No, come on, they're not that stupid. I'm sure.
I think they are.
Come on, Meridian man.
I would like to think. Well,
I mean, they call football soccer, so.
I'll be surprised. I would be well surprised if they're that stupid. But one thing they would do, they would just keep him as a commercial CEO and get a footballing person in, and I think he'll be untenable. I mean, again, yesterday I heard Gary Neville's back on it again. He's back on throwing.
What did he say?
He basically said the structure of Man United, the recruitment has been horrendous, and it's still horrendous.
But then he goes, give only 4 or 5 windows.
No.
That don't make sense though.
No, what he's saying is that in terms of the chopping and changing, he said that the problem is not just Oli, but he did say Oli is in trouble. Obviously, anybody can see that, and you know how gung-ho they are. But 100%, there'll be documentaries, there'll be long talks, and all across radios and TV about if United wants to sack Oli, because they've specifically come out.
Yeah, but that's you don't hear about the position of trust. You know what I mean? When the board come out saying, they say that with Emirates.
That's the curse. It's the curse. It's the curse. But I think the way that he's been briefing to his media pals, you know, these media pals, I think he's scared for his position. I genuinely think that. But and the only thing that I would say, me personally, Oli getting sacked or not getting sacked ain't gonna change it. It ain't gonna change a massive thing.
Ain't trying the footballing style?
It's not making a massive change, because the new manager will come. If we still have no structure, we don't have a director of football, we don't have
but that's the structure of the football.
No, it don't matter, because there's only so much. Manchester United lack quality in key positions in the football pitch. You cannot.
What about a coach though? A coach.
You don't listen.
A coach like Pochettino to drill people in.
You can bring whoever you want. That ain't gonna get the Man United back to anywhere near.
Which players improved under Ole? You name me one player that's improved under Ole.
McTominay's playing a lot better.
I think McTominay is okay. Under Mourinho.
No, but he's improved a lot more now. Are you kidding me? McTominay, that was getting, we were getting all frustrated. That was just passing backwards every minute.
What do you now he passes to Solskjaer?
Not to Solskjaer, just the coaching team, and obviously his maturity as well. Half of it comes from you.
I think McTominay's improved in terms of the physical aspect, and because of that, his all-round game.
All-round, you know what?
Because do you know why?
Do you know why? Forward as well.
Yeah, I know, but do you know what? His all-round game is based on his physicality, and because he's improved his physicality, his all-round game has improved as well.
That is very true.
I mean, I wouldn't really put it down to Oli, because if it was, then you would have said like tactically he's done a madness.
And then Rashford's hot and cold. So would you do put that on to Oli?
No.
So what player has improved on Oli?
Listen, sometimes it's about the team, and if you've got quality players, like for example, yesterday, from everything I read anyway, that McTominay, Fred played a lot better. So it's about people who played around.
Fredinho.
Then when it comes to Fred, I think he's improved. He's improved because he's had a run of games now.
Yeah, run of games.
I like what I was screaming out for.
Yeah.
McTominay's improved because under Jose, he was passing backwards.
Yeah,
and sideways all day, every day, mate.
And we were complaining about this a lot.
Yes, and now, have you seen the way he drives forward, he passes, and the pressing game, that's one thing I would say Oli has had an impact. And that was one of the key tactics that was around yesterday. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, it's not, for me, Man United lack quality. So you can bring all of the greatest coaches in the world and they ain't gonna polish a turd, mate. That ain't happening. You are not gonna make average players into quality to take Man United.
Coaching though. It
don't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter.
Do you not think that?
I don't see. Let me tell you this, okay? I say it again and I say this again. They ask Guardiola, they ask Fergie, they ask Wenger. You're only good as the quality of player as a manager. You're only good as the quality you have on the pitch. Pep Guardiola is probably will go down in history as one of the greatest because he's gone how many different
because he coached.
And yeah. But he'll tell you 20% of it is coaching, 80% of it is recruitment. Mark my words, find the quotes out, mate. Go and do your research. Don't listen to anything I say.
Recruitment. We're talking recruitment. Recruitment in terms of long-term buys or recruitment in terms of short-term. Because really, he's bought short-term players like I said David Villa. In his days, Eric David.
He mixed and blended.
I know he mixed and blended, but he really kind of bought players like 3-4 year kind of span.
Then when Pep Guardiola, like Pep, when he buys his players, it's so in detail. Do you know? It always seems like when he buys a player, he's already scouted it for like 3 years. I remember when he came to Bayern, he brought Thiago to Bayern Munich.
I wish, man.
It just seemed like the perfect fit. It's just I don't know what it is.
No, because the football he wants to play.
But then again, he's got a team behind him that just scouts.
Yeah, exactly. Man. So what I'm saying to you is that for me, the thing about me having an emotional connection to Oli, all of that is just
a lot.
Listen,
what's the duvets?
Listen, all of that I put to a side.
Did you take the duvets to the house?
Listen, the duvets are gone in the bin, mate. But the posters are still there. The side shirt might be there as well, somewhere around. But it's not about that because I'm about improving Man United, and I'm telling you now, and I'll say it again till the cows come home. Man United, the improvement that you all want, because you'll be there like this Spurs fan that's calling out Jose to be sacked.
That's reactionary.
You'll be calling out Poch or Allegri or whoever it is again, unless the relationship is nicked.
But I think you'll be calling out Pochettino after 1 year. I think you'll be calling out Pochettino after 1 year. But you're delaying Oli for a while because he's a good legend.
No, I wouldn't.
That's what I think.
No, I wouldn't, because one thing I would say about Oli has done. Oli might not bear the fruits. I do agree with Gary Neville in that. He might not be here to bear the fruits of what he's done.
So why not leave now? And you know what I mean? Just say it out with depth now.
And I say it again, and I keep saying like a broken record in this podcast, that Oli, I believe, when he thinks he can't do it, he'll walk. He will go himself. He will go himself because he will understand the players are not listening to me. And you know what? Sunday, that's why I was a bit naffed off on Sunday, because I thought, you know what, they threw him under the bus. You can tell the game, the tactics he had, the way he wanted for United to play, and he was there. That's the most I've ever seen him animated on a touchline. That was Sunday. The way he was on the touchline and try to get people to go up the pitch, go out wide, and they were just finding anything inside. So it's difficult. but ain't gonna change anytime soon as long as Woodward is there. And my question is, all the fans on social media and the ones who go to the stadium, where is your energy for Woodward? Because you got the energy for Ollie. Where is your energy for Woodward? Because the idea that Woodward can sack in the space of 7-8 years.
So, Manchester derby, and I'm going to start this off by saying your earliest memory of the Manchester derby and best and worst memory of the Manchester derby. So, earliest memory and your best and worst. I think that the worst might be coming, you know, that thrashing. But for you, your earliest memory of watching Manchester United in a derby.
Earliest memory of a Manchester derby, I think it must have been back in 2000 and what was it? I think it was 2005. I think.
Yeah.
Earliest memory I can remember 2005. I don't even remember the scoreline or anything, but I remember it was 2005. The best memory must have been the late winner that Van Persie scored, that free kick.
Oh, okay.
That was.
It's a league decider game.
League decider game.
Because I remember the game was very tense. I remember watching it on TV and I could feel the intensity throughout the TV. And
I remember I was watching it in a cafe in Great Western Street, yeah, and I ran out the shop. And I'm kidding you, with a scarf. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, oh man, that was legendary.
That was the best memory because as a person, as a player, I loved the guy. And I remember when he was at Arsenal, I kept telling people like I want him.
I ran to Bridgewater.
I kept telling people I want this guy at United. People were like, "You crazy? What? He would never go to United." But then it happened. So that was my best memory.
The boy inside me cried.
Exactly. And then obviously the worst memory was that 6-1.
Robin.
It was. Do you know what the thing is? Yeah,
we actually played alright that game. Funny enough, we played alright.
Remember, they scored 3 goals in injury time.
Exactly. It was 3-1, and then
it was that.
That's what Rio Ferdinand was. I think done as a player.
Totally unexpected, and I think after that. That was their announcement to the world, like, okay, there's a power shift in Manchester now.
And David Silva was announced.
That was, bro, David Silva was outstanding that game. Like, as much as I hated the team, I just had to be honest.
For me, I'm going to go with my worst memory for me, starting off as a United fan, was that 4-1 at the Etihad. Sean Wright-Phillips doing that.
Oh.
That one for me was absolutely. I remember I went to my uncle's house and we all watched it there. Back in the days, it was like you're okay because there was only one person that had Sky back in the day. You know what I mean? Like there went no now thing where you can do whatever team you want. You know what I mean? You decide on what happens. But yeah,
now you can go in them.
You know what I mean? Like them things, even a mobile app, Sky mobile app. You know. You know what I mean? But I remember that game, 4-1 United were absolutely shocking that game. Absolutely shocking. And then this little man called Sean Wright-Phillips came out of nowhere and just swiped the sword. I think United underestimated them, mate.
Yeah.
Best memory for me was that Rooney overhead kick. That one for me, unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable. You know what? I was there as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Went on I think it was a college trip. We had 3 tickets that day and I couldn't believe it. I won it in a raffle, and bro, that day was the best day ever.
Yeah.
I mean, that was for me, best and worst, mate. What about you, man?
I go even more old school. The worst
first memory of United of a derby.
Of a derby. Oh, first memory of a derby was
as you watched, like and you thought
was being going around the streets behind
Main Road.
Main Road, yeah.
And going into.
So people don't know Main Road. How was Main Road back in the day?
Main Road was a bit surreal place, and.
Because I could hear it from my house, Main Road.
Yeah,
you could hear the actual chanting. Yeah. And that was for me when I was the closest to being a City fan,
Yeah.
I thought, you know what, man, should I support City? I could hear them. I could feel it. But, I was guided. I was guided, Someone told me, being a United fan, even though half my family are City fans.
Oh, wow.
And it's like crazy, man. Like this weekend, it's looking a bit madness. We could not be speaking to each other this weekend. This could be a weekend where, we could be closing the doors. No, hello on that. You know what I mean? You do your thing, bro. But yeah, sorry to interrupt you, man.
No, it's fine. So mine was the Roy Keane winner. 3-2.
On the Main Road.
On Main Road, Cantona.
The 2-0 that one that game,
yeah. Giggs on Keane scored the last minute, and I remember we went around, we sneaked in, we got chucked out.
You know what? I can actually imagine you. How did you sneak in though?
Back in the day, they used to have the 7 o'clock turnstiles, right? And they used to jump.
7 o'clock turnstiles.
So they had the turnstiles that was about that big, so you can jump over them.
Oh.
So they had the steward, so we would wait, and then run, and then quickly jump.
You know what?
over.
Is it that section that was? Say now you've got that stand there, you know, where the away fans. Is it that little one there, that big stand? Because you know that derby when Sean Goat scored, the third one, yeah? I could see, there was a large fan. There was at least about 2,000 there.
Wow.
And could you see the whole thing from there though?
It's surreal. But anyway, we got chucked out, and then we went to the houses because United second half was shooting this way. Like if you know what main road is there. So United was shooting that way. Yeah. So we from the houses there was a bit of empty, like the Stoke Stadium where
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
so
that's what
we could see the end where United about 40 yards to the goal. We could see that bit that United shooting, and I just remember I was on somebody's little where they keep all their tools and stuff. I was stood on top of one of them in somebody's house. I had to climb over this wall onto somebody's garden and then climb.
You paid them?
No, I didn't even know we were there, mate. And I just remember me going, get and jumping for joy when Roy Keane, when I could see Cantona or Giggs, one of them crossing it, and then Keane put it in, and I just remember the celebration. United fans going crazy because there was a silence from the City fans.
Wow.
So that was
the earliest memory.
That was the earliest memory of. The worst memory is actually the time when we bought Vidic, and I was quite excited because we got Vidic and Evra. At the Etihad, and absolutely Evra got skimmed. Fergie took him off at half time.
Yeah, that was his first game.
Yeah, we got absolutely.
And the rest is history. Both.
I think that day Ronaldo got sent off.
Ronaldo got sent off.
2-footed tackle or something. Yeah, he got sent off.
He got sent off in a couple of derbies, you know.
Yeah, so that one was the one that was my worst memory. My best memory was when I sneaked into, and it's old school at Old Trafford, and it was 5-1. Cantona, Chelsea. There's a ball.
Oh, the 5-1. Chelsea hat-trick.
Yeah. The ball gets played to Cantona, and he literally controls it on the outside of his foot there, like that. Controls the ball outside of his foot, one touch, and then puts it just there. That game is one of the best atmospheres I've ever been to see. And the next day, I was in high school, it was a primary school still, I think. No, I was in high school. I went in and all the City fans couldn't even talk to me. I was like, don't bother talking to me. And I grew up similar, area, but
a lot of City fans.
I grew up, the whole neighbourhood was City fans, man.
But again, that's the old saying in football: two big clubs. Form goes out the window. Yeah, absolutely out the window.
Not really.
Not really. Right now. I think I said that word too easily. You know.
Pep's arrived.
Well, Pep, man, yo, listen, it could be a madness, but
before Pep's arrived,
it would fall out the window.
And United, there was times where we would whack them. Another painful was actually the commemoration of.
Oh yeah, the Munich 2-1 Benjani.
Yeah. That
guy, man, seriously. Yeah. But you know what? I reiterate it again. The 3-2, we won them. Yeah. With that famous day, we stopped them win the league, and then we got beat by West Brom. Yeah. You know what I mean? That was a madness again. Is that Mourinho time? Yeah, Mourinho time. But Man City, Man United, derby. How is this a big game, or do you still see it as, you know what, Man City might just have too much for us?
They might have, but it's still a big game, bro. It's still a massive game. The whole world will have their eyes on us. Yeah. And on Man City. It's gonna be so hard, man, because when we go there, we struggle, man. I know that at times we can go there and win. I just remember the game where Rashford scored that 1-0. When we were down 2-0, we came back.
That was the most surprising derby I've ever seen. I thought City would
have. That derby, was, oh my God.
I love that.
I thought that was one of the best days.
That one of the best derbies I've seen.
You know Van Gaal?
Those 2 Pogba goals, and then Smalling in the end, that was just fun.
You know Van Gaal, sometimes you got to say to himself, he played boring football, and like you said, he made him play snake and all that, But you know what? In terms of a one-off game, tactician, it was absolutely.
He battered all the top teams. Yeah, only Liverpool beat us, I think. They beat us in the
Europa League.
Yeah, Europa League.
Yeah.
So
was this like the master versus the pupil?
He went to Anfield and absolutely battered them. Yeah, and was done Van Gaal. Yeah. But I think it would have been definitely 100%. Would have been like all form goes out the window is a derby game. But to me, what hurts me the most, and this team always, this last season under Mourinho when we got all laid. When they did that 20-something passing,
and then they scored,
and they all laid us, and the fans were taking the mix. So. But the best, actually, my favourite derby, I would say that was a 5-1. But was the one because they had t-shirts. Noel Gallagher was already there, prepared with a song. They had t-shirts saying, "We did it, we won it on Derby Day." They had all this champagne, they had fireworks on the roof. I got 2 friends who worked there, fireworks. They ordered so much champagne, right, for being on the pitch. They did it all, and Pogba went,
no.
Yeah, man, I hope
Pogba took the mick out window with his blue hair.
Yeah. He was already ready for them.
And people say he dyed his hair blue because he wanted to join City. That was rubbish, man.
Agenda, man.
He wanted to troll
man can't even train you without people slagging him off, man.
He wanted to troll them. And I hope he's back by the way on Saturday. I
doubt it, yeah.
But it was in the stadium last night.
How does
he was there with a man like Big Shaq.
How does Ollie approach this? Because Pep Guardiola, you know how he plays. You know what I mean? He has a style of play, and he never ever shies away from it. How does Ollie, one-off game, how does he go out about it and say, you know what, I'm going to try and think of a game plan to not nullify City, because I feel like that's just going to be the worst approach you can have, because you'll just get smacked anyway 3-0.
Yeah.
You might as well go out there and try and play the game, and if you get 3-0, but the fans will say, you know what, you played your game, you know what I mean, you've done something, but how do you think Ollie will approach it?
You have to go for it, United.
Have to.
The best way of, because there's no actually massive pressure on United to win this game.
No, and that's really a rarity.
The pressure's going to be on City.
Yeah, pressure's on City. I think their defence can be got at them. I think the boy, to me, it's the energy in it, and it's a shame it's coming 3 days straight away. You know what I mean? And it's hardly any rest. But I think Man United have to go there, and from minute to minute. I mean, they'll never do it anyway. They're a bunch of ball jobs. But I would want high intensity, press up the pitch, fight to make the game messy. The only way United are going to play, make the game messy is meaning that win your own battles, your one-on-ones. Because if City get into a rhythm, we could be dead, mate. And Jesus, you've seen the goals in it against Burnley. He's looking like he's saying, I'm on that Aguero mantle.
Yeah.
So I think they're dodgy at the back. I think we have to test them. I'm gonna come to it in a minute because I'm getting super frustrated with Martial and his injuries, because I'm almost ready to resign, to hand up, to pass you my P45 as the chairman of the Martial FC.
You're not feeling it? Why?
No, I'm not, because I'm sick of these injuries, man. I'm sick of it.
But you can't blame him.
Listen, I'm sick of it, man. You have to look after yourself. You have to be able to look after yourself.
What, so injuries just come out because of out of the blue, man?
No, there's aspects with it. Now that he's playing up front, it's more robust. You have to be able to do more physical work in the gym and work, like really go out of your way to work and do a lot of recovery and to do things.
That's a bit harsh.
No, listen.
He's right. You
have to focus on that, man.
When the game gets robust, and you keep getting, because remember, the injuries that he's getting are all muscular, so he has to do more work in the gym to get a bit stronger, maybe get a bit, you have
to do stretch, you have to do all that. You have to improve this anyway, but that's a side note. So I think we have to make the game messy. We have to disturb their play. We have to stop them. We have to set them some certain traps and then win the ball. But one thing I want to see in this game, I want to see technical fouling, because they do it all the time. I want United players to do all the technical fouling they can. Because that's the thing.
How would you approach this, Aaron?
Same way as noted, man. There's no way we can approach this with this super tactic and this super tactic. Now, this game is going to be all about fight, desire, heart. I'm not really, you know me, I'm not really a fan of this whole passion thing, but if there's any moment to show passion, it's now. So those are the only ways we can approach this game, man. And obviously, like Nudin said, try to press them from early, but then again, if you press them, sometimes when you press them early, they still manage a way to pass themselves out of those situations, and in 2-3 passes, they're up front and then they score. So
you have to pick the moments when to press. You have to pick the moments.
And
because we can't really use our energy because they'll have the ball all day.
Exactly. Another thing I want to say is, especially to Daniel James and Rashford, keep your energy. Keep your energy. Don't just run for the sake of running. Keep your energy. When it's time to sit, just sit. Don't do anything. When it's time to run and go at them, counter-attack, then you use your speed. Don't just, sometimes Rashford, I think one of you two said it, Sometimes when Rashford gets annoyed and frustrated, he just runs, he presses. He does a one-man press. Like, don't do that, because you'll just burn yourself to the ground. And then when it's down to the 80th minute, you have no more energy. Your tank is empty. Keep your energy. Pick your moments when to do the sprints. Pick it wisely, because you're going to need that.
Yeah, you have to stay compact.
Yeah. And City, what do you reckon? Like,
I think they're gonna come for us. Yeah, they're gonna come for us. Obviously, Aguero's still injured apparently.
Yeah, you know what, man? I was kind of like criticising Jesus. I thought, will he ever be City's number 9? But you know what? He does get in the goals. You know, his goal score record for City is not that bad.
It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, he's played 50 games, I think.
Yeah, he's got
30 goals.
And he got 2 goals against Burnley.
I think he's had 50 starts.
I think his movement is very, very good. I feel like he kind of like maybe Martial should be watching that thinking, you know what, man, Jesus has got a very, very good movement, and that's how he gets his goals.
I wanted him before City got him. Like every player, like still David Silva. I seen David Silva. I was like, it's a Man United player.
Who's reckon the key City player that we have to watch out for?
You know what? Bernardo Silva's been a bit quiet. I think Mahrez's been coming off the bench. He's been good. Obviously, De Bruyne is the danger guy for them naturally.
The Belgian guy, man.
Yeah, De Bruyne. But Mahrez has been coming off the bench and doing really well.
Yeah. Do you reckon? For me, the hope is the back four for City. It's strapping.
I want Otamendi playing. Put him on. Go on. I dare you. Put him on one side. Just let Dan James have a go.
Is that the area you're thinking that we could get at?
We could get them. We could get them. But like I said, I'm really frustrated as the chairman, or maybe the ex-chairman of Martial FC, because I'm just like, we need you in these games. You were out for so many games. You come back and get injured again. It's just like, I'm sick of this, man.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. I'm really sick of this. And if Martial was playing, I'd be more confident, because I know he's got the strength to hold up the ball, to start United's attacks. But it's just going to be out. We're going to have to just play out. Maybe definitely play Greenwood out. Definitely, because
that's what I was going to say. What would be your actual formation?
Yeah, I think Greenwood.
Because I put out a thinking yesterday. If Martial's fit, would you put Mason Greenwood ahead of Martial because of what you see, the movement? So if he plays in that kind of false 9, and they all
played last night.
Yeah, that's how we played last night.
He was alright.
I recken what he did was a very mature performance where he got the ball and
Rashford.
And he gave up space, and he also got in areas where Tottenham players couldn't get around him. So would you start Mason Greenwood, or would you still think Martial on his day?
He's injured.
But what would you be your team then?
So yeah, the 3 up front picks itself. The 3, I think Lingard. I think the top 4 pick themselves.
Yeah. We can agree.
The only things that would I bring Brandon Williams, or would I play?
Would a game like this?
Yeah, because he's played a lot of derbies in the youth teams.
Wow, I don't know, youth teams and this is the same, you know.
It still means something. Derby, mate. Maybe that might be for his development. See if he came through it really well.
Yeah.
I will bet I was Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof had a good game last night.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't know what Sander was on. You know, I thought he played alright. You know, man. I criticise Lindelof, and I still think he's not good enough. But he did well to handle Harry Kane.
Yeah.
So, but then again, I don't see Twanzebe. For me, Twanzebe won't get him because he's not had a run of games. That's why Solskjaer will not put him in straight away and say, you know what, go deal with that. So, Harry Beckenbauer. You know what I mean? Did well.
Pile as well.
Nah, man. I think
people were just saying that he was pile, but anyway, because they didn't offer anything in attack anyway. But the team picks itself at the end of the day.
So the same team against.
Well, other than Ashley Young, you know me. I never want to see him. Never want to see him, mate.
What about you, Aaron?
Same team. Yeah, same thing. Sorry, as Newton said, the team picks itself. No Ashley Young, please. I would like to see Brandon Williams.
Are you saying that because it's Ashley Young?
No, are you saying that because I know the quality that City have? If Ashley Young plays there,
but they had Lucas Moura today.
Look, there's a huge difference between Moura and Bernardo Silva.
Let me tell you something. Ashley Young might get tomorrow. If he plays on Saturday, he might get a permanent contract as a chief officer checking the inspection of the fridges in Tesco. He might get a proper job, right? Somebody, forget sending him there. He might actually get the contract. If Bernardo Silva's on his side, and you know what Bernardo Silva goes.
He's going to end his career tomorrow.
I mean, Saturday, yeah.
He's going to get skinned all day long. So
he could be.
Brandon Williams, man, put Brandon Williams in there.
Because he offers us high energy up the pitch,
No, that's all right. And then obviously midfield, Fred, McTominay, Jesse Lingard, because obviously he played well. and then James, Rashford, and Greenwood.
Yeah. You know what? I can't agree with that. I can't disagree with that thing. But for me, if Fing is not injured, if Fing is injured, Martial, I'll put Mason Greenwood.
He has to play.
He has to give us an outlet. He has to give us something. Because I don't want Rashford going up there. Play. You know what I mean?
It means a lot, like, to these young players to play in the derbies. And I've watched Mason. I've watched Brandon Williams. I've seen them play in the youth games.
Yeah.
You know, against City and Liverpool. So these games, they don't need to be told.
Yeah. And last year's approach was very, very cautious on Mourinho. The 3-1, but it could have been 4 or 5. The first 10 minutes they were there. Yeah. You know, Silva was another good chance.
It was embarrassing.
So,
it was really embarrassing.
It's a Manchester derby. Form goes out the window.
Yep. You know no, listen.
Well,
not anymore.
Technically speaking.
Before Pep came, yes.
Before Pep came, you know what I mean? But I'm going to go with... I never want United to lose, that's one thing. And forget all this Ollie out and all that. United should never lose. You know what I mean? Should never pick United to lose. But I am going to go for a 2-1 United win.
That's confident. I think it might be a draw. Well,
I could see it as a draw. That's why I'm saying it can't be a draw.
I think we'd get hammered. Or we could be a draw, I think. Because I don't trust the bottle jobs. Some of the team are bottle jobs. They panic at times. But then, like I said, maybe Ollie's been good against the big teams. Maybe he's got something against the big teams.
Maybe they're geared up for it.
Maybe
he's showing the passion.
Yeah, I don't know about the passion, but tactically...
You sound like Ollie out now.
No, I'm not sounding like Ollie out. I'm just saying to you, the players are bottle jobs. And what they did for him, they wanted him to sack against Villa. Because the way they played was just incredible.
The down tools.
Yeah, but one thing I do say, Grealish looked alright. That's the first time I've ever watched Grealish.
Yeah, same. I've told you about him. I've been saying a long time.
I've seen Maddison
or Grealish.
From what I've seen, Grealish, but I don't know how consistent, because I don't watch Grealish every time. I'm not a Villa fan. Yeah. I don't know how consistent he is.
I'm sure
in terms of stature, strength on the ball,
he's good.
And yeah, he looks arrogant. He looks like a United player. When I see some certain players that look at him, he look arrogant.
And shit pants, you know what I mean?
Do you have that swag? Do you have that Man United swag?
Yeah,
he's got that Man United swag.
Do you quick prediction?
It's gonna be tough, man. I know I said against Spurs, I said we're gonna lose, but we won. But this is
maybe you should say the same.
This is I'm gonna lose.
So you're going for?
I'm going either a draw 1-1. No, either a draw 2-2 or City wins. Yeah.
That's been your podcast, guys. Manchester derby. Yes, we said it. It could be a fascinating game. Masterpiece, The Apprentice. Do you know what I mean? All them kind of,
I don't know,
connotations. But it's a Manchester derby, a massive game. If you're from down these kind of towns and you're from your local and you're Manchester born, you know how much this means. You know what I mean? Going down a fan person.
Monday morning.
Absolutely. Monday morning, mate. You don't want to go in their office. You're trying to swerve the office. Yeah. You know when they say to you, want to grab a coffee? No, I'm alright, mate. You know, I'll see you later tomorrow, the next day.
So there are City fans who are, who were there when they were crap. But then there are born again City fans.
Oh yeah,
the worst ones that are born again
Stockport fans.
Listen, the born again Stockport fans, just the born again City fans. And mans used to say, "Oh yeah, I just like watching international football and I like watching big games. That's all." I was a City fan, you know I was a City fan. I'm like, where, who, what?
Aaron, socials, man.
Yes, Mr. Aaron UTD everywhere. Make sure you follow me and subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, man, subscribe to the channel. It's approaching 3K, guys. We're trying to get a target him to get 3K by the end of the year, man. Go check him, go support his channel. Mr. Nuruddin. That straight jacket talk today was a bit, I'll let you off tonight, you know what I mean? I tried to give it to you tonight, but I think you were like, nah, I'm too warm tonight, you know what I mean?
You know what? It is what it is, but you know what I mean. Like I said, getting Ollie out.
You need to get him back on Twitter. You've been a bit quiet lately, man. No straight jacket talk, man.
You're moving out, James.
Yeah.
But like I said, getting Ollie out, you with your straight jaw and the Muppets that follow your line of thinking, they will all be calling for the head as a new manager. Mark my words. Without Woodward stepping aside, without a director of football coming in, ain't gonna change anytime soon. So all I was asking you, keep the same energy you got for Ollie for Woodward. But you know where to hit. That guy Red Devil, I'm always there.
Guys, if you like this video, subscribe to United Central. We're approaching 10K, guys. We're nearly at it, about 400-500. So we're nearly at it, guys. Subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this Go post it on social media, post it on your Instagram, tag us on there, tag us all on there. We'll try and repost them all if you can. We want to know where you're watching from. In other parts of the world, sometimes that's South Africa, but big
big up South Africa.
So big up South Africa.
Bafana.
Bafana, man, you know what I mean? But guys, Manchester derby, hopefully we get a result out there.
Yep.
Like this video, subscribe to United Central, and we'll see you in the derby. Take care, man.
Ahuru.